And if Congress fails, I believe this time a majority of the American people won't give up either. I believe the majority of you will act to turn your outrage into making this issue central to your vote.
All right. Hey, what's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Well, little thing happened last night. Some old creepy guy, the dementia-riddled old man, was speaking last night somewhere. I don't know. I kind of almost forgot. Yes, one Dementia Joe Biden, yes, the duly elected president of the United States, spoke last night in regards to the heinous situations that occurred in Buffalo and Texas. Did he speak in regards to the families? No. Did he speak in regards to, quote, the children? Well, in a way. Did he speak in regards to disarming everyday law-abiding Americans of their Second Amendment protected right to own firearms? Yes, he did. And sadly, no one was paying attention to it. Those were common sense and critical thinking. Of course, all you knucklehead liberals out there and wokesters, yeah, I'm sure you were salivating over every word that fell out of his mouth. But we have another episode of Assume the Position. Let's take a look. This comes out of Town Hall. Biden triples down on gun bans. Biden triples down on gun bans for Americans while repeating a false claim. No, really? Speaking from the East Room of the White House Thursday night, shortly before jetting off to the beach in Delaware for the weekend, of course, his weekend naps, President Joe Dementia tripled down on his calls for a ban on semi-automatic rifles and repeated the false claim from a previous ban from 94 to 2004 reduced mass shootings. Quote, "We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. And if we can't ban them, we should raise the age from 18 to 21. Strengthening background checks, enacting safe law storage laws, red flag laws, repeal the immunity that protects gun manufacturers, quote, liability," Biden said. "These are rational, common sense measures. And here's what it all means. It all means this. We should reinstate the assault weapons ban. High capacity magazines that we passed in 94 with bipartisan support in Congress and the support of law enforcement. 9 categories of semi-automatic weapons were included in that ban, like AK-47s, AR-15s, and in 10 years, it was the law. Mass shootings were down." Quote, end quote. Wow. Reality is very harsh. She's a harsh woman. In 2004, the Department of Justice funded study from the University of Pennsylvania Study of Criminology concluded that the ban cannot be credited with the decrease in violence carried out by firearms. The report is titled "An Update Assessment of the Federal Assault Weapons Ban Impacts on Gun Markets, Gun Violence, 94 to 2003. Quote, "We cannot clearly credit the ban with any of the nation's recent drop in gun violence, and indeed, there has been no discernible reduction in lethality and injuriousness of gun violence based on indicators like percentage of gun crimes resulting in the deaths of shares of gunfires incidents resulting in injury." The summary of the report on the study findings states, "The ban's impact on gun violence is likely to be small at best and perhaps too small for reliable measurement. AW's assault weapons were used in no more than 8% of gun crimes before the ban." During his remarks, Biden claimed it was time to do something. Yes, do something for the sake of the children, without specifying how his proposal to curtail Second Amendment rights would have stopped the massacre in Uvalde and other mass shootings. He also urged voters to use the issue in the wake of the tragedy as motivation to vote in November. Listen to the clown.
And if Congress fails, I believe this time a majority of the American people won't give up either. I believe the majority of you will act to turn your outrage into making this issue central to your vote. Enough, enough, enough.
My thoughts. I could have went a little bit deeper, and I could have picked out a number of comments that he said throughout his little ditty of a speech. But the facts prove differently. As in that study, that report right there proves that it is so small, maybe insurmountable, to actually say that the weapons ban in 94 actually did anything. But of course, as we all know, that less than 10%, or in the report 8%, of mass shootings occur with these type of weapons. Assault weapons, of course, it's the blanket term that can be used for anything. You know, your fists, hammers, a chair across the head, push down the stairs. Assault is the act. Assault is not the weapon, it's the act. So for all you libs and leftists out there who have a problem with, dictionary definitions, you might want to look that up. But with Joe Dementia, again, spouting off lies, spouting off nonsense and untruths. But this is what he does. This is what the left does. And of course, they were chirping off left and right after his wondrous speech. But of course, they were like clapping seals and they loved every minute of it. But those of us who actually live in reality, live in the real world, know better. So, Joe Dementia can be running around, but at the end of the day, it's all about your vote. Vote, vote, vote. Because they know they're going to get their asses handed to them in November, so they are trying to grab onto anything, and of course, tugging at the heartstrings by using the children who were murdered in Uvalde, and of course, the people who were murdered in Buffalo as shields, as excuses, shall I say, to make sure you make the change. Wow. Pathetic. But then again, it's what they do. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.